when the public safety requires it. He may place the Philippines under martial law.
I have proclaimed martial law. I assure you that I am utilizing this power for one purpose alone, and that is to save the Republic and reform our society.
Hindi pa naman malala ang sitwasyon sa Mindanao noon. Hindi rin naman malala ang sitwasyon ng tungkol sa New People's Army. At yan namang student demonstrations, tayo ay nagtatag na ng mga units of the armed forces to against demonstration.
Si Primitivo Tibo Mijares mismo ang umamin sa papel niya noong martial law. Siya ay nasa inner circle o malapit sa nooy Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos. Sabi ni Tibo, hindi dahil sa mga komunista o reforma ang martial law. Nais lang daw ng mga Marcos manatili sa pwesto.
When it is imperiled by the danger of a violent overthrow, an insurrection, or a rebellion, such a danger confronts the Republic of the Philippines. When the public safety requires it, he may place the Philippines under martial law.
Members of the New People's Army raided a tactical command post in Isabela, destroying 2 AFP helicopters.
The organization of the Communist Party had expanded their area of operations as well as increased their membership.
Let's do the math. Proclamation 1081. The document that placed the Philippines under the state of martial law, estimated the New People's Army's membership at 7,900, of which only 1,208 were regular combatants. At that time, the armed forces of the Philippines had 57,000 regular, battle-ready troops. NPA, 1,208. AFP, 57,000. The AFP was 48 times the size of the NPA. The Philippine military, the armed defenders of the Republic, dwarfed the NPA in numbers, and most definitely also in weaponry and in all resources for combat. For the communists to overthrow the Marcos government, military victory was a must. NPA must defeat the AFP. So if such imminent war did indeed happen, would the 1,208 strong communist army have overrun a force almost 50 times stronger in number and with far superior firepower? The Essential Truths believes that would be improbable, and the claim of imminent communists' takeover as a premise for the martial law declaration is not valid.
The violent disorder in Mindanao and Cebu has to date resulted in the killing of over 1,000 civilians as well as a great number of casualties among our government troops.
Was there an imminent danger of a successful secessionist rebellion in Mindanao? Proclamation 1081 cited the violent conflict in Mindanao and the threat of lawless elements such as the Mindanao Independence Movement as a reason for the martial law imposition. But they couldn't have been an imminent threat, as they have been inactive a year before being cited in the 1081 proclamation. The only declared Mindanao secessionist armed group during that period was the Moro National Liberation Front, but they went active only starting October 1972, a month after martial law imposition. These facts nullify the claim of a grand rebellion that will cause the secession of Mindanao from Philippine territory. The essential truth is, during that period, sporadic incidents of violence in the region pointed out in the 1081 Declaration were mostly sectarian. The threat from a Mindanao secessionist movement was non-existent.
And I searched my conscience and I felt that I could not serve a government that is not expressive of the sovereign will.
Martial law architect at dating Defense Minister ni Marcos na si former Senator Juan Ponce Enrile.
Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile hopes to share his lessons from the past with his book Juan Ponce Enrile, a memoir.
Kasunod ni Marcos, si Juan Ponce Enrile ang pinakamakapangyarihang opisyal ng gobyerno pagkatapos ideklara ang martial law.
Juan Ponce Enrile, however, admitted in his autobiography that he prepared the martial law documents in 1970 and delivered them to Malacanang on New Year 1972. The time lapse between 1970 and the actual declaration in September 1972 is glaring. It instantly contradicts the condition of imminent danger. When you wait 2 years to act on a threat, then imminent would not be the right word to describe it.
Now reform the social, the economic and political institutions in our country. The cleanup of government, of its corrupt and sterile elements, we must now reform the social, the economic and political institutions in our country. The cleanup of government, of its corrupt and sterile elements,
Yeah.
gisnan, puno ng ginhawa. Buhay na kumukob, hindi yata makakayang iwan.
Buhay na kay hirap, bagay na di gagap, bukas o nakaraan, saan nga bang patutunguhan?
Nagugulhan ba ako ngayon?
Naghihintay na sila doon.
May panahong magduda't magtanong. Ngayon ay panahon ng pagharap at pagsunod.